All right, everybody, what's going on? It's been a long couple of days because you guys know haven't been able to do the watch alongs for 3 and 4. Already seen young Kobe here in the chat. What's going on, young Kobe? You got Heat winning 3 straight. I mean, if they're gonna do that, then Hemi Butler, Jimmy Buckets, whatever you want to call them, better show up tonight. Coach, what's going on? How you doing tonight? I mean, do you think it ends tonight, or do the Heat extend the series out? So when it comes to elimination games, it's always the toughest game to win, especially with the pressure that Denver has going with trying to win their first title as a franchise. Like that's a big deal. That's going to bring some pressure tonight. For Miami, you would think Miami goes into this game not a lot of pressure on them because they lose. They were supposed to lose. If they win, you force Denver to fly back to Miami for another game. All right, so young Kobe says, is Tyler Hero playing? All reports seem like everybody's good to go. I do think this could be kind of a front to make it seem like he'll play, and we may not see him, but Miami might as well try it. Why not? Maybe he gives them a spark off the bench, which helps them propel to a win tonight. Because there is no tomorrow. So Astral, you're going to show the screen. I can't for copyright reasons. I would love to be able to, but I can't. Dante says, I think the Denver Nuggets close it out tonight, but like I always say, it's a lot of pressure on Denver because Miami's going to come out and try to fight to save their season. That's true. So looking at this, like you said, Coach, for Denver, there's a lot of pressure. Sometimes that pressure leads to teams letting a team kind of hang around that probably shouldn't. So if Denver sticks to their formula, I think they win tonight. If they get out of their game, they play a little tight. I think Miami would have a great opportunity to steal this one. Is Tyler actually playing? According to Spoelstra, he said all hands on deck. Take that for whatever you want. They showed Hero kind of in the tunnel, getting warmed up. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if we actually see him. Because I'm the way I'm thinking about it is, isn't it going to be kind of tough for Spoelstra to integrate Hero necessarily in a game you have to have? Let's say you put him out there, he's completely rusty, bricks a bunch of shots, and in that little window he's on the court, that's how you lose the game. So I think he might only play if it's a blowout one way or the other, maybe. But then if that's the case, why even play him? So I think it's kind of a bit of a gamesmanship, to be honest with you. I didn't hear. Yeah, that's what I saw. Apparently Spoelstra said all hands on deck. I hope Jimmy shows up. I feel he's been saying we're gonna, but plays mediocre. Jimmy Buckets better pop up. That's all I'm gonna say. Because we saw throughout these playoffs, a lot of guys were getting ripped through the media for certain performances in games they need to have. If Butler gives them another 13, 15-point performance tonight, this might end early. I mean, look, if Miami does win tonight, it's going to make it interesting. Because if you've seen on YouTube, I have like a watch-along set for USA-Mexico, but if there's a Game 6, I may have to push that for another elimination game. So I think the first 5 minutes are important for Miami. Because I feel like Denver's going to come out and try to get running, get the crowd really into it early. And whether or not Miami can withstand that, we'll kind of find out in the first few minutes. We'll know who on this Miami team is really about it tonight. Okay, so Coach says, I don't think Jimmy Butler, bad in game, and the other guys around him need to make open shots. It's been open opportunities for Miami. They haven't capitalized on those open opportunities. That's also a very good point. Because it's funny, everybody pointed to the Celtics series. They shot like 40-something% from three. This series, I think they're back down in like the low 30s, which is kind of where they were during the regular season. And unfortunately, when they shoot that low, they struggle to get like 95, 96 points. Against this Denver team, that's not going to be enough. So guys like Struess, whether it's Hero, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, they need to have performances of their life in this game if Miami wants to extend this series out. You also got to give credit to Denver. When Miami play zone defense, they have an answer for when Miami play man. They had, yes, definitely agree with that as well. That's why I wonder if there's enough that Tyler Hero can bring to this game, if there's enough adjustments that Spoelstra can really make to stop Denver tonight. I feel like Denver's biggest opponent tonight might be themselves and the pressure of that prize at the end of the game if they win it tonight. Jory, appreciate you tuning in, as well as Coach and everybody else, young Kobe. They're slowly reverting back to regular season form, unfortunately for Miami. I definitely agree with that. As a Celtics fan, why couldn't this happen last round? But, you got to give Miami credit for getting there. We've heard those magic words all throughout this run. Heat culture, heat culture, heat culture. I guess tonight we'll see what heat culture is about. So those of you who are tuning in, if you haven't subscribed or followed or anything like that, please do so now. Like I said, more of these watch-alongs will be coming along Thursday. If there's a Game 6, I'll do that. If not, I will do USA Mexico in terms of soccer. All right, so how you feel about Max Strus and Caleb Martin? I like Caleb Martin. I thought he was the MVP of the Eastern Finals. I think he struggled a bit the past couple of games. Max Strus, he kind of tried to call up the Celtics on Twitter since they waived him, but I kind of think he hasn't really lived up to what he was trying to portray with that tweet in these past couple of games. I do think those two are going to be important to Miami's success tonight. I do definitely believe that. All right. So we got Juan in here. What's up, Juan? It might be me, but do these finals feel not as hyped? I think it's because of the stars that aren't headlining. I feel this is the first finals where it's pure basketball fundamentals. That's an interesting comment. I do think we are seeing how great Jokic and Murray are. In case you had forgotten, the two-time MVP is a really good player. In case you forgot, Jamal Murray's more than Bubba Murray. You're kind of seeing that. With the Heat, we're seeing Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. I don't know. Maybe Gabe Vincent's kind of made a name for himself a little bit during this playoff run. I do agree, because I think with the conference finals, everybody was so ready for Celtics Lakers that they kind of downplayed this matchup. Now, hopefully this isn't a blowout, because I think it's going to hurt people's memory of this series even more if it's a blowout for Denver. That's an interesting comment, Juan. All right, so just to let you guys know, if you didn't see me on cheap seats, a little under the weather. I'm probably about 80, 85%, but hey, I'm doing this for you guys. Plus, I have fun with this, so let's get it going. So as you guys are coming in, say what's up. Who do you think wins tonight? Definitely put that in the chat. If you have Denver winning, who is your MVP? Is it obviously Jokic? Do you think somebody else? And will the Heat pull it out? I know young Kobe said he thinks the Heat will win 3 in a row. Let's see. As you all know, I'm going to be here. I'm already here pregame. I'll be here halftime, postgame. You already know the drill. So we're in for a fun night. So Jory says, I have Denver winning and Jokic or Murray being the MVP. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the consensus that one of those two would win it. I mean, a crazy wild card would be Aaron Gordon, but I wouldn't even. I wouldn't put a dime behind that one. I think it's Jokic first. Morgan might get a couple of votes, but I feel like it's Jokic's time. Now, based on how this game goes, I do have an interesting question that you guys can think about from now. If Denver gets it done, what does that do for Jokic in terms of the hierarchy of the NBA? If you didn't have him as the best player in basketball, do you think this proves it? Would you still have him somewhere else? So that's something to think about throughout the course of this game. Yeah, so appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully you're having a great night. Once again, like I said, a little bit under the weather, but I'm good. I'm here for the game. I'm waiting for this to get started. I cannot wait to see how these teams start this game. All right, we're just about ready for tip-off. Also, as you guys know, look, during the game we could talk pretty much anything. Comment section is your playground. Just be respectful. Let's have some fun. Because once again, we did have an interesting question from, Jordan on Cheap Seats. I think I want to get your opinion as well. Would you rather break the 100-point record or drop a quad double? All right, so Jory says we'll know a lot by the first 6-7 minutes of gameplay. I definitely agree. If Miami comes out flat, that means they weren't ready for this. If Denver comes out forcing shots, that could play into Miami's hands. I just think Denver has to take a breath, play their game, man movement on offense. Miami goes the zone, you put Jokic down there, let Jokic work. I think they'll be fine. All right, so we got the national anthem going right now. Jokic getting a little loose. Does Jokic get a triple-double tonight? I can only imagine what's going through these players' mind right now. For Denver being at home, fans have been waiting for this moment for years to see their team hoist that trophy, especially in front of the home crowd. It's got to be a big moment. And who knows? Maybe this sets Denver up for a little bit of a run. Who knows? All right, national anthem is over. We are ready to get tipped off. I'll continue to say I think Jimmy Butler is a interesting guy in terms of NBA because I'm one of those who doesn't think he's necessarily a superstar. But this is a night where a superstar needs to step up. I got Tiramisu. What's going on, man? Mr. K. I'll take it. Haven't been called Mr. K before, but I'll allow it. Good evening. Good evening as well to you. So, does this wrap up like you originally said in 5? I mean, I got to be honest with you. I said Denver in 6, but I do think it ends tonight. Yes. But also, as Jory said, as I said a little bit earlier, I think the first 5-6 minutes will kind of let us know how this game's going to play out. If Denver's executing, I think they're fine. If they try to press too much, too many silly fouls, I think that plays right into the Heat hand. But I do think it ends tonight. Yeah, definitely appreciate, the ones who've kind of been around for a lot of these games, But that's what it's all about. The anticipation. Hey, think if John Morant's watching, he's like, come on, Heat. Extend it out a few more days. I feel like Silver's ready. Denver wins tonight, he might be ready to drop the hammer on John Morant. Oh, I'm just saying. Although I think Silver would wait till like after the parade and everything. Kind of let it breathe a little bit. At least I hope. So, yeah, so once again, Tiramisu, you're just coming through. A little bit under the weather, like 85%, but I'm here as long as the game lasts tonight. And then a little bit longer for post game. So on the post game, are we going to be talking about a Denver title or a game 6 on Thursday night? Who's going to have their finals moment tonight? Tiramisu, Denver title. I agree. But they can't come out thinking they have it in the bag. They got to execute. That's wild. Good Morning America's talking to Peyton Hillis. Tiramisu, Aaron Gordon, 40 points, 40 rebounds, 1 assist. Hey, if he pulls that out, you might have to just give him MVP. That would be a performance of a lifetime. But yeah, Tiramisu, do you think Jokic gets a triple double tonight? So Tiramisu says, yes, sir. All right. I think he gets one as well. I could see 28, 13 rebounds, 14 assists. So Jury says, with Miami being as small as they are compared to him, he should always be on triple double watch. I absolutely agree with that. 28, 13, 14, you'll probably nail that one. I saw your correction. Yes. So Sweaty Boy, what's going on, man? I want to see Jimmy cry tonight. I mean, you came in one like with violence and just sadness, man. I wonder if Jimmy would cry. That's gonna kind of be on my mind now. Maybe he does it in the back. I don't know if he would do it on the court. So you trying to see that what Embiid moment when he was going down the tunnel just balling. Okay. I see you, Sweaty Boy. I think Mike Malone has something on the line here as well. I think if they get it done, I think Malone, if you haven't thought of him as a top coach in the league, you kind of have to put him up there. So Sweaty Boy, let's go Nuggets in 5. Tiramisu to Sweaty Boy. Would you cry if Jimmy wins Game 7? Okay, throwing it back at you. He ain't winning. Okay, got it going in the chat already. Love the energy. Love it. All right, so we're about to tip off. Nuggets win the tip. We are underway. All right, let's see what they do with their first possession. They got Love on Gordon. Adebayo's on Jokic. Gets the steal. I mean, that's a good start for the Heat. They go back in transition. Adebayo with the dunk. So Porter Jr., they call him with a travel. They try to run a down screen for him up top. He caught it. The Heat defense closed out on him. He shuffled his feet a little bit. Good call there. All right, so Adebayo up top. Over to Love. Run some action for Strus and Vincent. Let's see what they do. Runner in the lane. Misses it. Good look by Vincent. It just rolled in and out. Gordon stopped at the rim by Love. And the Nuggets fans are still standing. They're waiting for Denver to score so they can sit down. Denver's now on his own. Caldwell Pope with the great defense. So they got 2.3 on the shot clock. I think Miami's trying to say KCP had possession, but they're making it 2.8 right now. Because technically KCP deflected it, hit the back of the backboard before he caught it. So that's where the possession ended. All right, so Vincent to inbound to Strus. Knocks in the 3. Okay, that's a good start for Miami. 5-0 right now. 10:26 to go in the first. All right, so they're posting up Jokic. He's trying to do work on Adebayo. Strus with the reach in, caused the turnover. Strus back the other way, misses it. Rebounded, and Denver's now back the other way. They have a mini break. KCP mid-range, and now the fans can sit down. 5-2 Heat lead. Love for the deep 3. Not a good shot there. Jokic over to Gordon. He's got Strus on him. Barrels over him. They call an offensive foul. Sonny Boy Adebayo. Yeah, Strus is moving his feet. That's a good call. Vincent down to Adebayo. Adebayo threw to the bench. I mean, I think the conventional thought is Strus should be in the corner there, since that is the easier three. But Adebayo has to see where his target is. So Jokic tried to drive on Strus. They call a foul on him. Little after the whistle stuff. Nothing too big. Still 5-2. That was a bad pass from Gordon. Luckily got it back. Porter Jr. That three was on line just a little long. And now Butler back with the rebound. Butler gets the screen. Throws a tough pass to Vincent. He gets it in the corner. Vincent, tough shot. Three by KCP. No. Still 5-2. What's going on, everybody who's tuning in? So Tiramisu says, for tonight's game, Las Vegas odds say Denver -9. Do you agree with that? -9's an interesting number. I'll say Heat cover, Nuggets win. KCP, let's go. Yes, tough runner in the lane off glass, make it 5-4. Butler into the lane, misses the runner. Gordon's got Gabe Vincent on him. I think he's going to look to take him in the post. That's a great move. Great move by Gordon. He's been a really good option in the paint for Denver when they kind of need to settle everything down and get a good look. Aaron Gordon's kind of been that guy. Baller out to Vincent. Love misses in the corner. That was good ball moving from Miami, though. Gordon kind of lost track of his man. Murray step back three. Missed it. I mean, look, it's still 6-5. Denver has the lead, but both teams are struggling a bit from the field. Butler into the lane. Missed the layup. Adebayo missed the layup. Butler. I mean, Butler forced the issue there. Butler told himself, I'm getting a foul call here one way or the other. And he gets it. Sweaty Boy says Nuggets win by 8. Yeah, I agree. I think Heat cover, Nuggets win. All right, so when we come back from break, we will have Butler on the line for 2 with an opportunity to reclaim the lead for the Heat. So yeah, once again, you guys are just tuning in. My voice sounds a little odd, a little under the weather. So yeah, so those of you also tuning in, like I said, if there's a game 6 Thursday, so 4:20 a.m. radio. What up? You recognize me, homie? I can't say that I do. I mean, let me know who you are. Probably if you tell me your name, I might remember you. But just looking at the name right now, no, I guess I don't remember. Just did. 4:20 a.m. radio. I'm trying to remember. Like which watch along did you, I guess, first catch of mine? Maybe that'll help me out. So young Kobe, Heaton 7. I do appreciate you, 4:20 a.m. radio, for coming in. As I say, if you're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff would really help me out. So yeah, so like I was saying, you just recognize me, you might recognize my. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. So, Tiramisu 4:20 a.m. radio is the guy who's going to say Heat win tonight. Okay. Sweaty boy, ain't no way, bro. Said Heat in 7. I mean, there's people out there who think the Heat could possibly win 3 in a row. I'm not one of those people, but it would definitely fit 2023. So, yeah. So, come back from commercial. I said Nuggets in 5, but Miami would win game 3, not game 2. I do remember you now. Yes. Yeah. Your 2023 NBA champions, Denver Nuggets. We'll see. If Butler can slow this game down, live at the free throw line, that'll help, but he misses the first free throw. He missed both. So far, Butler's kind of coming out like he's not ready to go. So 4:20 a.m. radio. Let's make some picks. Yes. Feel free to throw out questions in the chat. We'll have fun. Sweaty boy, let's go. Joker. Adebayo misses the shot. Jokic with the rebound. Porter Jr., great action off the wing. He dove into the lane. Jokic with a great pass. Nice little runner. So after Miami had the good start with the turnover, right now it's not looking too good. Vincent misses the 3. Porter Jr. to Jeff Green. Yeah. This might get ugly, people. This might get ugly. If it does, be ready with questions in the chat because that'll be more entertaining than where this might go. Oh, will Nikola Jokic have a triple-double? I say yes, I definitely agree he will. I think I said a little bit earlier. I said 28 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. I mean, if it turns into a blowout, he may end up sitting for long stretches, but I would say yes, he gets one. Porter with the put-up? Yes. I constantly say that Michael Porter is the key for Denver. He's kind of had like an up and down series, but if he can have a big game tonight, yeah, I think this is over for Miami. Sweaty boy, Heat cry. Porter is good. Yes, I definitely agree with that. He definitely has the back issue and all that, but if he's on the court, he's definitely one of the better, say, secondary players on the team. Because, with Denver, it's Jokic and Murray, but Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon have been really good playing off of those two. So, yeah, I definitely agree that Porter is a good player. So 420 says 28-14-14. I say 24-16-11. Okay. We'll see. We'll see by the end of it who's closer. Okay, tiramisu. Who wins in a game of horse? Myself, Sweaty Boy, or 420? I mean, I don't know about Sweaty Boy and 420. I I can get going from three. I can hit some mid range shots as well. I'll definitely put pressure on the other two. Like I said, I don't know Sweaty Boy and 420 like that, so obviously I'm gonna say I win it, but never know. Yeah, loving the energy in the chat. Really appreciate you guys. Sweaty Boy says 23, 15, and 12. Yeah, so most people think triple double is definitely in the cards. It's me because I'm from Chicago and I know some trick shots. Okay. So 420, my question would be, what's your go-to trick shot then? Then I could kind of know what I'm in for if I went up against you. So Jory says, if MPJ can get that confidence back that he lost in his shot, this could get a. I definitely agree. Like we're teetering already. It's only like 12-5, but Butler looks like he's going half speed. You know, Struess hit a three, but he's been kind of disappeared. Adebayo, yeah. Like that was a simple cut by Porter Jr. and Kevin Love was way too late on reacted. Then Butler got beat backdoor by Jeff Green. That can't happen. I'm from Texas and can make half court shots. I can make half court shots too. So where you at now? All right, so Butler's got the ball. Gets it to Struess, gets in the lane. That was a needed bucket for Miami. But even with that, that was like a tough play for Struess. Denver's gotten easy buckets, and Miami, it's kind of been a struggle with every bucket they've gotten. Sweaty Boy, Louisiana. I've been to Louisiana a couple times. Trying to think what area. I know it begins with like an M. I don't know how to pronounce it. Jokic for three. I mean, the defense. I mean, you can step out if you want to, or just let him shoot it. So, Caleb Martin dropping 25 to 30. He better because this starting unit is looking rough. Lowry shoots a three, short. I mean, you guys know how I feel about Kyle Lowry. With each game, I think his shot gets shorter and shorter. Lowry on Jokic, out to Porter, gets in the lane. Interesting call, but I think that was a good call. 420. I can't dunk. Okay, because I started the free throw line, bounced it between my legs backwards, then a D Brown off. Okay, I mean, if y'all here dunking, you might got me. I believe I've dunked probably once in my life. And I was like, I'm good. It might have been the gym I was in. Like I went to dunk it, got like a blister on my finger, and I was like, I'll play below the rim. I'm good with that. Porter Jr. misses the first free throw. He's waiting for a second. Got the draft on the 22nd. Okay. Love how the announce team is now trying to put pressure on Jimmy Butler. All the time, all we kept talking about was Jimmy Bucket's this, Jimmy Bucket's that. He's had mismatches in this game, hasn't attacked it. He has to do better. blindfolded layup off the backboard. I know the D Brown dunk. That's speaking right to my Celtics fandom. Porter with the rebound. Ooh, they could have did continuation, but they called it on the floor. I think that's where Porter Jr. and Gordon can really make way in this game on the boards. You're not gonna have Strus block out Porter Jr. So, all right. So Bruce Brown into the game. Porter. I feel like Porter can get that shot anytime he wants to. Sometimes he settles for it. And then he lost Martin on defense. Porter has to stay focused. I think Porter Jr. he knows when he's going. Those shots are like layups. But sometimes I'd love to see him just get to the rim. I mean, that was great recovery by KCP. I kind of thought he fouled him. They didn't call it, though. But he hustled. Adebayo with a foul down low. Tiramisu, 2-point game now. Yes, Miami's had a great answer to Denver's little spurt. Let's see. Yeah, he fouled him. Yeah. Miami has put themselves in Golden State Warriors position where the only way they can win is hitting 15 to 23 pointers. I mean, yes and no, because oddly enough, I don't think that's the makeup of their team. But that's just what it became against the Celtics. It's kind of weird that way. Jeff Green with another bucket, 18-14. Adebayo living in his office, that little free throw line jumper, knocks it in. KCP could have blocked that. He could have. He did get him on the hand. They just can hang under the rim with the arm length that Gordon and Jokic have. Christian Brown's had a I wonder if Lowry actually got ball on that one. I mean, Braun didn't really argue it or anything like that, but Jokic now with 2 fouls. Green, Jokic, Gordon all got that wingspan. Yeah. I know you mean Jeff Green, but I know what you're saying. So now with Jokic out of the game, Adebayo just took it to Jeff Green there. Yeah. Quick jab step. Jeff Green couldn't keep up with him. Oh, hold on. So 420 said, my bad, Green's first. Yes. Yeah, I got you. Hey, if I know it, I'll let you. I'll help you out, chat. I'm not gonna have you out there hanging to dry. Not too late for you all to change your mind about the Heat winning tonight. Nope, I'm good. Brown for 3. Nope. Yeah, now that Denver is small, Adebayo can now kind of dominate on the boards. Yeah. Green's is struggling against Adebayo right now. They got to try something different. So 420 says Denver 111, Miami 102. So you have them. So that'll be a push since Denver is -9. Yeah, Denver's got to do something different against Adebayo right now. You know what's wild for Denver? Like, too bad DeAndre Jordan is so washed. Like, you couldn't put him in for a couple of minutes just to, I don't know, put some size against Adebayo. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to see him on the court, so yeah, not really an option for them. It's not too early to start crying. No, not there yet. Excuse me. That's a great point. 420. Miami will get fatigued because of the altitude, and then Denver bench will outscore Miami in the third quarter. I can see that. Sweaty Boy has Denver 126, Miami 112. So in that case, that'd be kind of a blowout. I mean, I can see that. Miami kind of hangs around 2.5 quarters, and then maybe Denver pulls away to end the third, start of the fourth. Then it turns into a little party. I literally just said, what about DeAndre Jordan? And he's in the game. I mean, can a team give your boy a contract? Like, wouldn't it be a Denver thing if Jordan comes in and has like 16 points off the bench? Okay, Miami's in like a 3-2 zone. Oh, DeAndre, if you get the ball there, you got to at least face the rim. And this is where DeAndre Jordan's going to kind of hurt you. If they go zone, he's not really a threat offensively. Uh, 238, a very high over under. Yes. So at this point, they're kind of just trying to steal minutes with DeAndre Jordan. Just set some screens and get out the way. I mean, I'd like to see Jordan at least jump for a rebound. Just saying. DeAndre Jordan is crazy. Okay, he got a block. He is now in the box score. Murray for three. Nope. Porter killing him on the boards. That's something he needs to do. If anything, Jordan will step up and get 10 to 12 boards, 4 points off of putbacks. That would definitely be a bonus for Denver. So we got 22-20, under a minute to go. Vincent to Adebayo, misses a shot. I guess we'll say DeAndre Jordan scared him. So Murray coming back, gets it to Porter. That's where I want to see Porter playing tonight. Diving into the lane, getting the ball, putting it on the floor, either getting to the rim or a nice little runner in the lane. I can't stand Lowry. He literally just goes to the rim just to throw himself down to take guys out of the play. But Adebayo with the putback. Okay, got final shot of the first quarter. Heat back in zone. Murray. Tough shot, Porter. Ooh. All right, let's get into the first quarter. Miami with a 24-22 lead. If you watch DeAndre Jordan, his only job is just to focus on Bam and protect the rim. Yes, Malone tells him stay under the rim. I don't need to see him anywhere else. Tiramisu says at least it's a close game after one quarter. Yeah, I agree. So kind of a up and down first quarter. I think if you're both teams, you feel okay with where you are. And so young Kobe, I know, right? He's just there for screens. He's a big body, set screens. But I do think when they're in a zone, if they throw it to him in the paint, even if he doesn't take a shot or anything, at least look at the rim. Put some pressure on the back line of the zone. Don't just catch it and automatically throw it back out, because then you're not really doing anything in the middle. All right. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, now I'm back. There we go. Tiramisu says, "What's your favorite play you personally made on the court?" So when I was in middle school, I hit a game winner for I think it was like the eighth grade team or something. Really good moment. I think they kind of came down the other end. We got a turnover. They threw it up to me. I think two guys got back on defense. I pulled up for a little mid-range jumper and knocked it in. So I'd say that's one. And then I think another play that kind of tells you the kind of player I was on defense, switched out onto a point guard, got down in position. Point guard couldn't get around me. He tried to take a step back three, blocked it, took it back the other way for a layup. So yeah. What's yours, Tiramisu? Young Kobe. Bam been good, but those mid-range shots. Yes. That's his signature. Adebayo lives in that free throw line area. So Tiramisu, nice. Also nice. Yes. Dangerous pass by Porter. Only 6 seconds on the shot clock. Again, loose with the ball here. Turnover. Butler. Yeah, foul by Murray. Always rejecting someone in the paint. Yeah, anyone feels good. Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, the worst thing was I was in, I think I was a senior going out for the varsity team. Ended up having a really bad flu like the week of tryouts. Ended up missing like 2 weeks from school and then never really got a chance to play on varsity. So that was probably the worst moment of my basketball career. So 420, I'd identify Miami's strength if they're shooting and hitting, bring in Bruce Brown, KCP, and Brown. If they're driving, bring in Green and Jordan. This should sustain them till the final bell rings and Denver wins the crown. Sound strategy. Sound strategy for sure. All right, so it's 28-22. We got 11 minutes to go. Miami back in that zone. Porter Jr. Great. Oh, he should have went straight up with it. Porter tried to take that little like hop step dribble and yeah. Yeah, that brought Kevin Love back into the picture. If he'd went straight up, I think he dunks that. Murray looking to get the ball in. Got to shoot it. Might have to look at that one. I don't know if Bruce Brown might not have gotten that one off. So 420, Tiramisu shouting you out. Nice analysis. I definitely agree. Yeah, it was in his hand. Good call. So we got 28-22, 10-40 to go. Love for three. Nope. Tell us your favorite jerseys you have or wanted. Favorite jersey I wanted was probably Reggie Lewis. I was a big Reggie Lewis fan. You know, fortunately, what happened to him, you know, dying from like the heart condition. That was like my first memories of being a Celtics fan. And I always thought Reggie Lewis was going to be the next star in the NBA. So that's definitely a jersey I would have wanted. My favorite one that I probably had was I actually had one of those Carmelo Anthony Nuggets jerseys with like the powder blue trim. I actually really like that jersey. All right, so Gordon misses the first free throw. I mean, free throws, you got to make them. Gordon with the second one. Knocks it in. Yeah, so 420. Reggie Lewis is one I would have wanted. The Carmelo Anthony powder blue Nuggets jersey was probably the favorite one I had. Porter Jr. with the rebound. Porter down to Braun. Good up fake. Lays it in. The road one all dominant powder blue with the white numbers and gold trim on the white numbers. I think it was dominant white, powder blue coming down. I think the numbers are powder blue with the gold trim around the numbers. I believe that's what the jersey was. Hopefully I have the color scheme right. So Butler. Let's see this one. Yeah, Murray had a lot of ball. Yes, the home jersey. I was just remembering back. Yeah. That was back when you had like Carmelo Anthony, Kenyon Martin. Pretty sure AI. I want to say Billups. I had an AI Sixers jersey too. Like that one too. And the crowd's telling the refs how much they love him. Butler knocks in the free throw. Yeah, Martin, yeah, should have been a foul before that. Martin was like grabbing Murray trying to get the ball. And they finally called it after, you know, he grabbed him 2-3 times. All right, so Murray off the double screen. Bruce Brown, great drive to the hoop. Lays it in over Kevin Love. It's 30-27 Heat lead. Murray almost with the steal. I mean, this is the finals intensity that you want. Yeah, Butler's got Murray. He's got to go to work. He didn't want it. Martin, came up short. Late call. I hate when the refs kind of wait to see if they make it before making the call. Yeah, Gordon's got 3. Let's see. Yeah, it was a foul. He kind of was fine at first. He had his hand on the ball, then his hand came down, kind of got Martin in the chin area. Martin at the line for 2. Knocks in the first. In high school, I was rocking the blue Penny Magic jersey 36 times a month. That was my shot. I was a big Penny Hardaway fan. He's one of those guys that I'm so mad he had all the injuries. Him, Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, guys like that. Hate to see their greatness kind of cut short. All right. Second free throw for Martin. Knocks it in. So we got 32-27. Heat lead. 9:05 to go in the first half. And the Heat are in kind of a matchup zone. Porter, if he's going to get those open threes, he's got to knock a couple of them in. Now Robinson grabs the guy and then wonders how they call a foul. Also, I'm from Chicago. I had the Garnett Rookie Road T-Wolves jersey, Grant Hill Pistons jersey, but the Pistons teal with the weird maroon gold swirl. I know what you're talking about. KG was one of my favorite players growing up. So I wore 4 for Chris Webber, but modeled my game after KG. Martin with the tough shot in the lane because I played the floor position. I probably wasn't as crazy with the trash talk or anything, but I just loved KG's intensity. Ooh, Jokic, I wanted you to go up with that. Okay. See, that's what DeAndre Jordan, if he's going to play more minutes in this game, he has to do that. Catch it, face up, make a quick decision. So Martin gets stripped, saying out of bounds off of KCP. You don't remember when Detroit had weird teal jersey colors? Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, they were weird. Robinson for 3, knocks it in. I mean, for me, Detroit's always going to be like the bad boy, like dark blue with the red. We got a little bump foul. 99 Sports Martin. That was a good play out of bounds from Miami. You know, Robinson lobbed it into Butler. Quick move to the corner. Butler got it to him, and Brown was a little bit slow getting out to him. So 37-29, got Highsmith in the game. He's got Jokic on him. Jokic. Lowry with the steal. That was just a heady move. But then he picks up his dribble. Out to Robinson. Nope. Adebayo with the rebound. To Robinson. So right now, Denver's just a step slow on defense. Whether it's second chance points for Miami or stopping cutters into the lane, getting to the front of the rim. I think some of that's probably, Jokic and Gordon being in foul trouble. But you got to make it tough on Miami. Kind of like I said to start the stream, the last thing Denver wants to do is give confidence to this Miami team. Duncan Robinson's the opposite of Joe Harris. I mean, Joe Harris he had like a couple of like really good years, but since then, because of injury and whatever, he's kind of like a forgotten man around the league. I mean, I think Robinson was kind of headed towards being Joe Harris before the hero injury, which kind of forced Duncan Robinson back into the rotation. So, young Kobe, let's go Heat. You should definitely feel good about your rooting interest right now. Miami's playing well. Yes. So yeah, like I've been saying, love the energy in the chat. Let's keep it going. And also, if there's some of you in the chat haven't subscribed or followed, please do so. All right, so young Kobe. Even though I'm not a Heat fan, I find myself constantly rooting for them. I understand. Robinson steps up in the playoffs big time. Harris fails at his 3-point percentage in the playoffs, but kills it during the regular season. Yeah. I agree with that a little bit. Yeah. I mean, you like to think for guys like, Joe Harris, Duncan Robinson, who are 3-point specialists, the game should come easy to them. They're not the first option, not the second option. A lot of cases, they're not even the third option. So they should have free movement around the floor. And when their opportunity comes, just knock down shots. What are your thoughts on Hero and should Spoelstra put him in? I mean, as of right now, if it's not broke, why fix it? If Denver makes a run, he's looking at his bench and there's guys who are just cold. If you want to throw Hero in, fine. But right now, I wouldn't force a square peg to a round circle right now, or round hole. Just go with the guys who've gotten you this lead right now, and just leave Hero. Maybe if they get it done, Hero wants to try for Game 6, they can have the conversation over again. But I would say no need for him right now. So we got 39-29, 7:05 to go in the first half. Jokic has Adebayo on him. Lowry's, I mean, isn't that kind of a legal defense from Lowry? Lowry's just chilling in the lane. Caught a little elbow to the chest. Jokic made him feel it. Shaq says that a lot. You have little guys on you, give him a little tap, make him feel it. All right, Lowry out to Robinson off the screen. Tough shot, out of bounds off Adebayo, and Nuggets ball. I mean, I guess that wasn't a legal defense on Lowry. He was there for a little bit and then actually doubled him. Jokic out to KCP, steps inside, great offense. Man, Lowry, you're 6 feet tall, okay? You're not a tough guy. Jokic isn't scared of you. Butler facing up Murray, looking to pass it out. Robinson out to Adebayo, back to him. Stripped. Bruce Brown all by himself. All right. I want to see Denver get out in transition a little bit more. That was a good gamble by KCP. He kind of just ran at Robinson, got a hand on the ball, forced the turnover. So it's 39-35, 5:37 to go. Spoelstra with the timeout on the floor. So 4:20 says, and this is where it starts. Yeah, if Denver can finish this half really well, possibly with the lead, I think that definitely hurts Miami's psyche going into the second half. So yeah, so once again, guys, a little under the weather, so if you see me having to mute every so often, it's because might cough or something. I don't want to do that in your ear. So yeah, so bear with me. But so far, it's a good game. You know, you guys in the chat have been great. Definitely been made it more enjoyable for me, and hopefully, I made it enjoyable for you watching the game. All right, so 420. Denver will take the lead and never look back. This is where Miami gets fatigued and won't look back. That's definitely got to be in the back of their mind. I mean, we know altitude is an issue. You know, especially if we start seeing jump shots coming up short, then you know these guys' legs are definitely getting tired. So yeah, great comment there, 420. It might not happen in the first half, but could be second half of the third quarter, start of the fourth. I definitely think it's going to happen. Now, maybe that's what Butler's saving himself for. And then maybe Bo's going to try to take over at that point. It's a dangerous game to play because they find themselves down as a sizable amount. Then his heroics might be for naught. So we are still in a timeout. Denver is making a little bit of a run. They're playing more like the Denver team that we're used to seeing. Getting out in transition, causing turnovers where, like I said, Miami doesn't want to run up and down the court. They don't want to do that. Some of these movies and these commercials are wild to me. Like this movie with these stray dogs, like that's. I mean, they made Cocaine Bear, so why not? Butler might be saving himself for later, but if he doesn't take shots early, he won't be warm when it matters. I definitely agree with that. I wanted to see. I mean, look, people call him Hemi Butler, Jimmy Buckets. What's he waiting for? I'm telling you, watch Malone unload the bench with 1:30 to 2:30 left in the second 6 minutes of the third quarter. Denver explodes. Showing celebrity role. Got the Denver great David Thompson. You got Eric Andre, who pretty funny guy. So it's 39-35. Lowry in the corner. Takes a tough three. Knocks it in. I mean, that's great defense. Lowry just hit the shot. So far, Heat 3 turnovers, Nuggets 8 turnovers, Heat 4 steals, Nuggets 2 steals, Heat 5 blocks, Nuggets 3 blocks. Does this continue in the second half? I do think if the altitude becomes the sixth man on the court, then expect to see Miami's turnovers go up. Because if you're tired, you get sloppy with the ball. You get sloppy with the ball, Denver gets turnovers, they get easy buckets. Butler, Scott, Murray misses the shot. I want you to please document my statement. I want those props. Hey, I will give you your props at the end. Yes. I mean, feel free if it happens 420. Put in the chat. Told you, and it'll jog my memory. Yeah, if you guys make good predictions, I will definitely shout you out. Lowry with another three makes it 45-39. Ooh, I thought that was off Butler. Let's see. Uh, I guess they're saying it was off of Brown. I thought it hit Butler's fingertip. Martin short on the three. Jokic back the other way. Let's catch up with these comments. Jokic just double teamed. Terrible pass. Butler read it. Easy dunk. Does altitude affect them even in the arena? Yes. I'm not a scientist. I don't play one on TV. But yes, it affects all the air. Murray for three. Need to get him going. At the end of 3 quarters, Denver will be up by double digits. Okay? Once again, 420. I got a mental note. Miami with the second chance. Get over to Strus. He steps out of bounds. Turnover. Vincent trying to get back into the game, and Porter Jr. is at the scorer's table as well. They're not letting either one of them in. I'd like to see Murray go on a little spurt here to close out the first half. Jokic at the free throw line. Out to Brown. Nope. Gets the rebound. Out to Jokic for three. Nope. Brown with the rebound. Look, Denver can kill them on the boards, especially when they're in scramble defense. You're left with guys like Lowry, Strus in the paint trying to box out guys. Take advantage of that. Butler's got Brown on him, trying to post up. Got to do work. Way short. Whew. That was a tough pass by Jokic. All right, so 420. I got a question for the chat. Do you think a flagrant foul will be called, perhaps caused by frustration? I'm liking the questions. I could see Kyle Lowry with a flagrant foul. Tiramisu, no flagrants. Young Kobe. Dang refs, can we get a screen? Like I say, meant a charge. Block charge, very tough bang bang play. I think that one he was slightly moving, but yeah, those are always the toughest ones. Braun misses the free throw. Vincent back the other way. Adebayo hands it off, gets it back. Yeah, Jokic doesn't want to get another foul. Jokic into the lane, out to Porter. Out to Brown. They are missing good shots. I would love to see them call a set for Porter on the block. Yeah, Adebayo's just going to keep taking it to Jokic because he has foul trouble. So 51-42. Out to Bruce Brown. That was a tough little layup there, but he gets the foul. We'll go to the line for two. I think at times Denver kind of goes too fast against the zone. And because of that, they kind of force tough passes across the defense. Question for you all, do we see some flops tonight? We absolutely will. You got Lowry, you got Butler, you got Jokic who can exaggerate. Yeah, we'll see a flop. 420 says, I got to keep it real. Denver's so quick in the transition, and Miami is just so short under the rim with rebounds. Hashtag math plus science equals duh. And Brown misses both free throws. I was good at math and science in school, so I'm pretty sure altitude affects everywhere in the state. Lowry tried to, sneak in a couple of free throws there. Let's see. Up fake. I'm not giving them shots for that. No. Yeah, that's on the floor. No. No, Lowry, you're not getting that call. Good old Kyle Lowry. All right, so Vincent gets the ball. Got a minute 05 to go. Try to throw it into Butler, who had Brown on him. Brown knocks it away from him. Sideline out of bounds for Miami to inbound the ball. So 420 says, well, obviously there's an X factor, and X equals the sum of free throws made divided by free throws attempted. Yes. KCP, man, you gotta slow down. Missed the wide open layup. He tried to get a foul call, and they didn't call it. So Butler into the lane, misses it. Rebound by Brown. Got 30 seconds to go. Jokic to Porter. Porter. That's what you want to see Porter do. Catch it in transition, quick move, get to the rim. Once he gets going, who's going to stop him at the rim? The fact that Porter Jr. is the leading scorer for Denver, with 9 points, says a lot about the game so far. So 51-44, Lowry shoots the three. Jokic almost did it to his own basket. Jokic caught rim. So I will say, Lowry definitely flopped on that one. So tiramisu, we had a flop. The guy jumped by Lowry and he tried to throw himself down on the three to get a cheap, 3-point free throw. I mean, cheap 3 shots, sorry. So 420 says, you notice Denver is fast pacing and Miami's trying to slow the pace down. Absolutely. Miami does not want to get into a track meet. They're not built for that. Because you get into a track meet, you burn out Adebayo more, which means you have to take him off the floor, and then you got to use Love, Zeller, or whoever for extended minutes. So yeah, Miami absolutely wants to slow the game down. We are at the half. Miami with the lead. So 420. Your prediction is coming out into the third quarter. Denver's going to start, blitzing Miami and get that lead. So tiramisu, Denver is 1 for 15 from 3, Miami 4 for 15. Yeah, the 3-point shot has not been a big factor in this game. I play for Denver. All it takes is probably a couple to go down, and then the floodgates might open. So yes, we are in the halftime. You guys in the chat keep doing what you're doing, throwing out your comments, your questions. I'm sticking around. Let's go ahead and have some fun during the halftime. Denver, 3 for 8 on free throws. Miami, 9 of 11. Denver has definitely left a lot of okay. Yeah, Denver's leaving points out on the floor for sure. I mean, they're down 7. If you throw in, 3 or 4 more free throws, it's a closer game. But they definitely need to shoot better from the free throw line in the second half. That's for sure. All right. So yeah, looking at the first half so far, Denver causes turnovers. They get out in transition. They look like the better team. When they get into the half court, Miami with all their movements, they kind of target a couple of guys who have lost focus. Porter Jr. a couple of times has kind of lost focus defensively, gave it up some easy buckets. That plays into Miami's hand. Jimmy Butler, I wouldn't say he's a no-show, but I think Miami needs him to do more if they're going to win this game, extend it out to a game 6. Jokic and Gordon were in foul trouble for a lot of the first half. Now maybe they could get back to be more aggressive in the second half because they at least got through the first half. I predict Jalen references classic rap lyric in the halftime report. That's his thing. I guess it'll just be a matter of who he decides to use. But yeah, that's absolutely going to happen. I mean, look, Jalen's got to, I guess cater to the younger crowd. I don't know. Then it's classic rap, so. He's showing he's not out of touch. Well, let's see. Let's see when the rap lyric happens. So we got 11:30 left in halftime. 420 says Jalen likes to say it was all a dream. Yeah. Yeah, so once again, Adebayo's been the best player for Miami. Even though Jimmy Butler gets all the attention, I think Adebayo is more critical to whether or not Miami can pull this off. I can even read the Miami offense. Yeah. It's not rocket science what Miami's trying to do. Just looking at points in the paint. Heat with 30, Nuggets with 34. I definitely think there's an opportunity for the Nuggets to expand that lead out in terms of points in the paint. Rebounds, 27 to 22 Nuggets advantage, but yeah, Miami's a small team. Adebayo got 4 offensive rebounds, leading all players in rebounds also, yes. Young Kobe, I'm kind of glad you brought that up. Van Vliet kind of made it known he's going to leave Toronto. I think that'd be a good spot for him. He would be an upgrade over Lowry. He'd be another guy who could knock down the 3. I do kind of worry with Van Vliet that it seems like outside of that kind of like that 1 year where he was like magnificent, he's kind of taking steps back. So I don't know, maybe it's just change the scenery for him because I think Toronto's finally realizing that they need to retool, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. The 6'8" to 6'9" squad just isn't good enough to get it done, especially when you put the ball in Siakam's hand as much as they do. Because once again, you guys have been on here. You know how I feel about Siakam. He likes to call himself Spicy P, but he's a very generic player to me. So if Van Vliet is looking to go somewhere, I do think Miami would be a good spot for him. So I agree with that. So yeah, so once again, if you're tuning in, a little bit under the weather, so if I look a little, or if I have to mute because I'm coughing or whatever, that's why. But I'm sticking it out. So we know that 420 said he thinks Denver comes out, really takes it to Miami here in the third quarter, gets a lead, kind of coast to the finish with that lead. So how do you guys think this is going to go to start the third quarter? All right, so 420 says Butler, Lowry, etc. leads the ball down, kicks the ball into Bam, and Bam kicks it back out to Strus. Vincent, Martin, Robinson for a three-pointer or Butler. Then Butler drives and shoots or kicks it back out to Strus, Vincent, Martin, Robinson. And if that doesn't work, then they reset, and by that time the shot clock is down to less than 10 seconds, and Miami panics. That's pretty much an A plus for Miami's offense. Yes, that's basically how it works. I guess to add on to that, when they panic, Butler usually tries to flail for a foul call. Okay, so when we get back, we will be 24 minutes away from finding out Denver closes it out tonight, or we have a game 6 on Thursday. 420 agrees? Yes, sounds right. I agree. All right, so we're back for the halftime. So far, no Jalen Lyric. Unless I missed it, I don't think he said it yet. Now, they did say when they come back, that'll be the start of the third quarter. Maybe Jalen Rose has a little bit of a moment to get his classic rap lyric in there before third quarter gets going. All of Miami's points are relying on big 3-point accuracy or transition points. Yeah, I mean Miami doesn't have the most free flowing half court offense. I do agree with that. They kind of bank on mismatches from somebody just losing track of somebody on defense. But if you lock in, yeah, you can stifle Miami's offense. They don't have a lot of guys who necessarily beat you off the dribble, unless you're late getting out to them and then they make a quick move and get by you. But if you're there, you can kind of face up and keep them in front of you. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Try and get ready for this third quarter. So keep it going in the chat when I get back. I'll definitely catch up, but I'll be right All right, so I'm back. Young Kobe. I don't feel the NBA has a player that dominates. There's stars, but no one that represents the league like Kobe, MJ, Prime, LeBron. Uh, it's an interesting point. I would say, Giannis might be a star, but would I say he's as dominant as Kobe, MJ? I think he has his moments. I mean, if Denver wins it all here, maybe Jokic is looked at as a guy to hopefully take that mantle because with Jokic he can dominate the game outside of just scoring. He has his hand in so many little aspects of the game that I feel like he's pretty dominant. I see what you're saying, young Kobe. All right, so we're about to start the third quarter. I think Denver should just come out, run the floor, just run. It's 420 said run for like 6 minutes. See what that does to Miami. LeBron is still the MJ for the next 5 years. I don't expect LeBron to be in the league in 5 years. I'd probably say in terms of marketing and all that, he's obviously the biggest name in the league still. I do think sometimes the NBA media kind of fails to lift up the next generation. Because I honestly think that there are NBA fans who think like once LeBron leaves, the league might be in some type of issue in terms of, branding and all that. I mean, I think LeBron has next year. I can see 2 more years out of LeBron. Giannis is next in line. Yeah. Giannis has personality and all that, so yeah. I think Giannis is very marketable. So he'd have the ball, 51-44 lead. Struess, pull up, short. Nice rebound by Porter Jr. Nuggets back the other way. Gets the screen out to Jokic. He's got the mismatch. Out to Murray. Gives it back to him. Make a move. Jokic and one. Good start for Denver. Kind of a little bit of accidental offense, but you'll take that. My big balls guess for 10 and 12 years down the line. Don't sleep on Jalen Green or Kuminga. Jokic knocks in the free throw. Kuminga. I mean, Kuminga's so young, so yeah, I could see that. Now for Golden State, they're gonna hope Kuminga's part of the next iteration of Golden State once Curry, Clay, and those guys are gone. They tried Wiseman. They moved on from him. I think they have big plans for Kuminga. Jalen Green. That's interesting. So 420, like, what do you think Wembayama is 10, 12 years down the line? Although, I mean, he's going to be the number one pick. I guess you wouldn't say that's like a big ball prediction of him being a really good player. Vincent off the screen knocks in the jumper, 55-47 Heat lead. I feel like out of those two, to be honest with you, maybe Jalen Green. Kuminga, I'm not sure yet. But that's definitely a big, bold prediction. Murray tried to do his little Adebayo half hook, misses it. I don't have a lot of data on his play, but his height and wingspan. I mean, if I hate when Porter takes that shot. I mean, Wembanyama is going to come in with a lot of expectation. You know, with his height, skills, all that, a lot of people are going to look to him to turn San Antonio around quickly. I do think you have to be patient with him a little bit. Shoots for three. Nope. Rebounded by Jokic. Don't sleep on Scoot. All right, so young Kobe, do you think Scoot or Brandon Miller is the second best player? I've seen guys kind of go back and forth with those two. I mean, yeah, take Porter Jr. with the floater in the lane there, but take Brandon Miller's off the court, whatever going on in that story, but he's a very talented player. He and Scoot are going to be picks 2 and 3, and one for Gordon. Jimmy Butler allowed him to get the position and then fouled him. But they waved off the basket. Let's see. Yeah. I guess that's a good no. I guess it's not continuation. If they called it, I'd have been fine with it. I think once the finals are over and there's like a couple of days before the draft, I'll probably need to do a deep dive on guys like Scoot and Miller and some of these other guys in the draft. Murray gets to the lane, nobody there to stop him. All right, so we got Nicholas here in the chat. Nicholas3983, appreciate you tuning in. It's disrespectful to Michael Jordan to compare him with LeBron James. Michael never flopped around like a damn fish on the floor before. Now, I'm a big Michael Jordan guy. I've kind of said the same thing. I've always thought the better comparison for LeBron was Magic Johnson, but a lot of LeBron fans act like that's somehow disrespectful to LeBron. So he wanted the he wanted the comparison. He called himself King James and all that. And like I said, to be honest with you, I think he's come up short. But I know a lot of, like I said, LeBron fans think he's the greatest of all time. I wouldn't go there. 420 shouting out Nicholas saying, what's up? Yeah, Nicholas, appreciate you tuning in. If you're new to the chat and you haven't subscribed or anything, please do so. 420 and the guys could tell you. Have a lot of fun here in the chat during these watch-alongs. But Nicholas, do you think the series ends tonight, or do we have a game 6 on Thursday? So Miami tried to double team Murray, got it down to Gordon, missed the end. One opportunity, but he's going to the line for 2. Knocks on the free throw. As we saw from the first half, these free throws have not been, given points for Denver. They were pretty bad in the first half. Well, I think they could keep running that. Put Gordon on the block, throw it down to him. Short in the second, but KCP with the rebound. Oh, Murray. Don't do it to him. Murray put Adebayo in the blender there. Jokic with the tip in. It's now 60-56. 7:27 to go in the third. Butler facing up Murray. Gets the screen. Pulls up. Short. All right there, Jimmy. All right, so Murray back the other way. Gets the screen. Gets to the Jokic. Jokic wants him to clear out. Wants to take Butler. Call the foul. Butler's just reaching and reaching. But see, that's the length under the rim advantage Denver has I was telling you about. Yeah. I agree. I've said guys like Gordon, Porter Jr., they can crash the boards and get easy points that way. Jokic misses the free throw. Yeah, Nicholas, you're still in the chat. A little under the weather, so I apologize if I have to mute every so often, but we're getting through this. So it's 60-57, Heat lead, 6:54 to go. Vincent with a deep three, terrible shot. Porter Jr. back the other way, out to Murray. Okay, that's Denver gets out and runs. What do you get? Wide open three in the corner for Jamal Murray. Hey, 420. That's kind of what you said. Miami's best hope for gaining that fingertip advantage on rebounds is the 38-year-old Kevin Love. That won't work. Yeah. Gone are the days where Kevin Love is a 2020 guy. He doesn't have the same lift and all that, so yeah. I mean, their only hope is really Adebayo dominating on the boards, but if he gets pulled out on the perimeter, good luck. I mean, Zeller can rebound, but that's like all Zeller can do. Zeller is Miami's version of DeAndre Jordan. You don't want him out there too many minutes, but when he's out there, he's setting screens. He can grab a couple of rebounds for you. See, 420, I didn't forget. I shouted you out. Here we go. Young Kobe says, Butler, lock in. I'm just not seeing it right now, but we'll see. There's still plenty of time left in the game. But I do agree. Miami kind of needs Butler to get it going at this point. Denver now has tied it. By the end of the third, they'll be up by double digits. I mean, so 6 minutes and 45 seconds, you have them extending it from tied to double digits. I mean, if that happens, then yeah, they probably rip the heart out of Miami. I mean, Denver is 6 for 13 from the free throw line, and the game's tied. I think missed opportunity there for Miami. But the game's just tied. You know, Miami can look at it at 0-0. Try to reestablish. For Denver, it's let's take over. Because the last thing Miami wants is, you know, second half of the fourth quarter, game out of hand, crowds going nuts. No road player wants to sit there through that. But there's how it goes. One, Butler drives. Denver's cutting him off and then cutting off his outlet passes. He's also been very hesitant when he's had mismatches. That's the one thing with Jimmy Butler that frustrates me when he does that. 420 says, done, Dizzo. All right, so we're coming back from break. It's an important 6 minutes and 44 seconds in this third quarter for both teams. I mean, Peyton Manning is in Denver all the time. You'd almost forget he was a Colt player for all those years. Do you think? Okay, so I guess you're saying is does the NBA need two more teams? Selfishly, I would say yes, only because I want to see the Seattle franchise come back. I think Vegas would be a wild experience for an NBA team. Martin for three, nope. Murray with the rebound, Denver back the other way. I do think there's a lot of young talent that could probably handle two extra teams. The side tournament, I mean, in order for the side tournament to work, you kind of need two more teams. Porter step back, once again, that's a bailout when he takes that shot. In order for this like World Cup type of mid-season tournament to happen, you need 32 teams. So I think it's going to happen. I'm also not even mad about the little mid-season tournament. I mean, WNBA has it. A lot of soccer leagues have it. So why not? I'm sure some players will whine about it, but look, get over it. I think Seattle should get a team back. I agree. Porter for 3. Porter's been off. All of his shots are like right there on line, but he's just long on all of them. Lowry gets the screen out of bio. Misses the half hook. I would love to see Seattle. Oh, lobs it into Gordon. How was that not a foul? These refs are kind of losing control here. I would love to see Seattle kind of just bring back the supersonic color scheme. If you want to modernize it a little bit, I'm fine with that. But I just loved, the key arena and those supersonic teams. Lowry for 3. Nope. Martin has it stripped away. Gordon with the steal. I mean, it's kind of frantic right now. KCP for 3. I think both teams might need a little bit of a breather here. All right, so Butler facing up Porter. Kind of hooked him. Missed that one. Now it's getting kind of sloppy. Martin lays it in. Malone with the timeout. So 420 says, I also like adapting the English soccer standings where the bottom two get demoted like the Premier League type atmosphere. There's not a chance that's going to ever happen in the NBA. I agree. I'm a big fan of that model, but it's never going to happen. I mean, you could do it because, Premier League, they have the bottom 3, but I see what you're saying. They get relegated. I guess in this instance, the top 2 teams from the G League would come up. I mean, could you imagine the complaining for some of these guys if they get relegated and have to play in the G League? Yeah, there's not a chance that happens. I would love it. Not happening. It prevents choking. Yeah. Choking, tanking, whatever you want to say, it definitely does prevent that. I mean, I think the players could put their ego aside. I think it'd be a fascinating model. But like I said, they're never going to go for it. Yeah. G League teams get promoted. You take the 2 worst teams, you drop them out. The G League teams that come up, you give them the top 2 picks because you got to reward them. Who says no to that as a fan? What happens to draft? Like I said, I think the G League teams get promoted. I would say either give them the top 2 pick or maybe weigh the lottery more, I guess, heavily towards those promoted teams. You kind of keep the same model, but you want to make it so that if the G League team comes up, they don't automatically go back down. I mean, we see it in the Premier League where, teams will get promoted and go right back down. That's just kind of the way things happen. But I think it'd bring excitement to the league. I really do. So I got a question for the chat. Who is better in 5 years, Scoot or LaMelo? And he's throwing this to young Kobe. Okay, so full disclosure, like I said, I probably need to see a little bit more of Scoot. I mean, I'm one of those who's maybe overly critical of the Ball brothers. I think LaMelo is talented. I do think he's a little bit overhyped. I also don't know how much of that maybe is because of the team around him. Charlotte is a bit of a mess right now. They have a lot of then they have a lot of guys who do kind of the same thing and would really benefit from a trade. I think LaMelo's been a little bit. He's kind of dealt with little nagging injuries every. Seems like he misses like a couple of weeks every year. So I mean, young Kobe, you're free to answer that one. Like I said, I don't know a lot about Scoot right now. It'd be unfair of me to answer that. Scoot, LaMelo will be good, just injury prone. That's kind of where I'm leaning, only because I know a lot about LaMelo. All right, they're showing Jokic trying to get a team going. Like to see it. So yeah, if there is a game 6, I will be here. Even though I have a USA Mexico watch along scheduled, I'll definitely bump that for game 6 if necessary. If not, that's what I'll be doing Thursday. KCP back to Jokic runner. No. Off the rim and out. Lowry back the other way. Gets it to Robinson. See, those shots are cut off kind of short now. They're saying somebody's wincing. I can't tell who's wincing. That's a great defense by Vincent. I mean, Brown literally just ran into him. Do we have a good hypothesis based on dribbling vision skills? Okay, so talking about Adebayo. All right, so jump ball between Vincent and Bruce Brown. 3:21 to go, 64-60 Heat lead. Do we have a good hypothesis based on dribbling vision skills? I don't. Like I said, I don't know a lot about Scoot's game right now. I know LaMelo has good handles and all that. That's definitely something I can look at once the finals are over and come with a better answer. Call Pope for 3? Nope. All right, so Lowry has the ball, gets the screen, slips on the floor, turns it over. KCP gets through, missed it, but Brown with the putback. So 420 says, from what I can gather, Scoot is more of a Derrick Rose type as far as driving towards the hole, but LaMelo is more outside the perimeter type of game. I mean, if Scoot is like old school Derrick Rose, that's going to be interesting to see him in the league. Whether or not he goes 2 or 3, which would be what, Charlotte or Portland, I think. All right, so Vincent with the ball, 64-62, 2-point lead for the Heat. Vincent into the lane, gets it knocked away, another turnover. Porter Jr. behind the back. Great play by Porter Jr. He did it all by himself. Got the steal, went down, went behind the back, laid it up and in. It's now a tie game. Adebayo gets stripped, out of bounds off of Jokic. We have a low scoring game, but it's been fun. To be honest, Porter Jr. might have gotten away with a double dribble, but I didn't see it. I told you Denver's doing it. Yeah. Robinson out to Vincent, gets into the lane, knocks it in. So we got 2 minutes to go. It's 66-64, Miami with the lead. Over to Brown, out to Murray. Murray wants to get into Jokic with Brown for 3. Nope. They got a foul. I don't know who they're going to call it on. You could say Lowry. You could say Adebayo, who is grabbing Jokic. I think they're going to call it on Lowry. Yeah, they call it on Lowry. That move by Vincent there is what I would want to see Porter Jr. do for Denver offensively? Christian Brown knocks in the free throw. I guess that's a box out if you want to call it that. All Lowry did was just grab him. So we had a tie game, 66-66, 145 to go in the third quarter. Looks like we're setting up for a really good fourth quarter in this game. Lowry for three. Okay, Kyle Lowry. You do you. Porter for three. He finally got one to go. Look for Miami to flop, trying to cause off. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Robinson gets it back from Adebayo. Oh, Adebayo free throw. Oh, gets the roll. And here we go. So 1 minute to go. 69-68 in Denver lead. Murray has it, gets it to Jokic. I mean, Vincent once again just grabbed him because that's all Miami's doing now. I feel like these announcers are kind of letting Jimmy Butler off the hook here. Jokic misses the free throw. So 420 says. Okay, real talk. I get props to Miami. They're in there. But not the free throw game has begun. Jokic knocks in the second one. Once again, Jokic with not a lot of assists tonight. He only has 4. So maybe the triple-double isn't going to happen. Martin into the lane, out to Lowry. Out to Martin. Nope. Tipped out. Lowry with the rebound. 14 on the shot clock. Lowry for 3. He knocked it in. I mean, Lowry's going to keep shooting it. I guess he's eventually going to make another one. So Heat with the lead again, 71-70. Got 20 seconds. About 8 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Murray off the screen. Over to Jokic. Down to Brown. Part of me is like, if Duncan Robinson blocked that, I've got a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. So Lowry missed the fadeaway. It's 71-70 going into the fourth quarter. Even though it's low scoring, this might be the, I'm not going to say best game in the series, but it's been kind of sloppy both ways. Lowry might have shuffled his feet. Just saying. Lowry 3 for 10. Yeah. But it's a big 3, though. All right. We got one more quarter to go. I've held up this long. Let's keep it going. Murray 4 for 11. I could see Murray going on a little run in the fourth quarter. 420 says, maybe Miami makes me look like a D-bag. I'll own it. I mean, you're open to your prediction. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. Okay, we'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter. It's just a 1-point game, so it's still in the balance. I mean, we said this at the third quarter. first 5-6 minutes, very important to both teams. Appreciate those of you that are tuning in. If you have not subscribed or anything, please make sure you do hit the like button as well. Really appreciate it. Let some people know that, I'm trying to bring you guys good content. Under the weather, but we're there. We got 1 quarter left. I can hang on for 12 more minutes. Do you guys feel like this game so far would rank in the bottom 25% of NBA Finals games you have seen in terms of entertainment and excitement? Oh, man. I'd have to think about that. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm trying to think, like, which series have been kind of boring. I mean, is this on par with, like, Cleveland Golden State? No. I mean, the bubble ones are all kind of weird. That's a good question. Just thinking about it, I would say no. Because even though it's low scoring, kind of sloppy at times, I feel like this has been entertaining. I'll say this, though. Miami has a squad that can win this game, then win in Miami Game 6, and then Game 7, who knows? I mean, that's kind of what Miami's holding out hope for. If you get to a Game 7, anything can happen. So 420 says, Tiramisu, I got you. The Sacramento Golden State Warriors games were very good this year. I thought he was saying, he was saying finals games. But yeah, that series between Sacramento and Golden State was so entertaining. I think it's a great stepping stone for Sacramento. I'm interested to see what they do next year. Hopefully they don't take a step back, because then people will kind of undermine what they did last year. But they definitely took a lot of steps forward. It doesn't feel low scoring. I can agree with that too. All right, so Gordon. Oh, they got Zeller in the game. Out to Murray. Jokic left wide open. You might want to find him on defense. Puts in the half hook to give Denver the lead once again, 72-71. All right, so here comes Jimmy Butler. Kicks out to Zeller in the corner, over to Robinson. Robinson's got Jokic on him, gets around him, pull up. Missed it. Zeller missed the putback. I mean, Zeller, you're in the game. That's when you got to dunk. You can't go up soft with that one. Bruce Brown gets into the lane, out to Gordon. Murray for 3. Okay. Timeout Miami. 420 says, but Tiramisu was asking specifically any NBA Finals games in history, correct? Yes, I do agree with that. Yes, that's what he was saying. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I could think of a final series like off the top of my head that was lacking in entertainment. Young Kobe says, get Zeller off. Yes. I mean, Zeller had a classic putback dunk. He tried to do like a little tip in, completely missed it. He lost Jokic on defense. Yeah. 2 trips down the floor. He did 2 things wrong. 420. Okay, wait. I'd probably have to like pull up recent finals, and then that would jog my memory about which ones were good and which ones weren't. 2000 finals where Spurs swept Cleveland. It's not a bad one. Yeah, because they were just overmatched in that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, 2000 finals, yeah. Young Kobe wasn't even on the court for 30 seconds, and he did enough to not warrant being on the court when we come back from this timeout. I gotta say, Boban is good in these commercials. See, little personality take you a long, long way. I feel like Boban's like a really great teammate. He probably keeps a light in the locker room, always joking. How could you not love Boban? 420 says Duncan Robinson, Parker Ginobili versus 0405 LeBron. That's when LeBron scored 25 straight points in the game. Mm-hmm. I'll say probably the most unpredictable one was that probably 99 finals where there was like a strike shortened season and the Knicks made it as an 8 seed. And they went up against a San Antonio team. I did not think in my wildest dreams that Knicks team was going to get to the finals. But even I could say I don't think that finals was necessarily boring. All right, Murray, try to get his guys going. All right, so Heat. Butler has it, gets to the lane, gets blocked by Brown. Lowry has it, wants to get it back to Butler. Out to Martin, sorry. Nice adjustment in the air to lay it in. Latrell and Larry Johnson beat the Pacers. Larry Johnson, another guy. Quite the character. Murray for 3. Short. Terrible pass by Martin. It gets intercepted by Aaron Gordon. Jokic out to Murray. Back to Jokic. One in the end one. Doesn't get the call, but he gets the shot to go in. It's now 77-73. We got 9:55 to go in the game here. So we're under 10 minutes away from knowing if the Nuggets can close this out. Martin gets a screen over to Robinson. Robinson out to Lowry. If Lowry keeps doing this, I might have to actually pay him a compliment, to be honest with you. He's one more away from me giving him a compliment. Miami strategy have to slow down the pace, keep ball out of Denver hands, and hit key three-pointers. Yes. Jokic, face up, knocks it in. Jokic is starting to do work down low. What you see? Wow, Lowry for 3. Lowry's played. He's played well. Absolutely. See, that's a key 3. Yes. Yep. Adebayo. Tough shot. Missed it. Try to get the foul. Murray back the other way. Murray out to Brown. Brown into the lane. That was unnecessary. Brown didn't have to force that. They get it back. Brown up faked. Gets the foul. Go to line for 2. Great pass by Jokic. Great movement by Braun. He was wide open. He didn't settle for being in the corner. He dove to the rim, and Jokic gave him a great pass. Bam better stop trying to drive versus Jokic. He's trying to get cheap fouls. That's all Miami's trying to do against Jokic. It says what? Mike Breen's 100th performance of the finals. Brown with another missed free throw. Is Mike Breen the best commentator in the NBA? Commentator in the NBA. Brown missed both. If Denver loses, the free throws are going to be where they lose this game. It's still a 3-point lead. Butler. Out to Robinson. Back to Butler. Down to Adebayo. Missed it. Bro, Butler isn't even looking to shoot at this point. So Murray. Yeah, that's a tough pass. Yeah, you didn't need to force that pass. Young Kobe said yes. I says Mike Green the best. Um, commentator, 420. A bunch of old white men giving fictional awards to other old white men. Good comment. Butler, all 8 points and 2 of 11 from the free throw line. All right, hit me, Butler. Missed the jumper. I mean, Adebayo literally just grabbed Jokic. Could have called that. Gordon for 3? No. I feel like Denver's trying to go for home run plays right now. Just be smart. What is Adebayo doing? I mean, this is nuts right now. Just up and down. So Strus blocks Brown. Miami back the other way. Butler into the lane. Once again, not looking to shoot. Gets it to Strus. Out to Lowry. I don't know what Lowry was trying to do there. But hey, like I said, I'm not throwing out compliments to Lowry. Not yet. Murray pull up, knocks it in. Like I said, if this was Tatum, AD, or something having a Butler performance, these announcers would be all over him. How does Butler get away with this? He has 8 points in a game you need to win. You have Kyle Lowry trying to take a random shot over Aaron Gordon as your offense here in the fourth quarter. Miami has his pop threes, and yeah, screw the percentage rate. I agree. Keep it PG for the kids. I don't know if there's any kids tuning in. I don't know. 420 is the fourth quarter. Denver has too much wingspan under the rim. Yes. You've been saying this. Yes, you have. So Young Kobe says if Jimmy gets eliminated, being scared to shoot, I can't defend him. I'm sure somebody will probably try to. Gabe Vincent just drove. It's trying to look like a globetrotter. I mean, hey, you got to try something. Your quote unquote leader isn't doing anything, so somebody's got to step up. All right, so look, we have a few more minutes left in this game. It's coming down to the wire. Denver probably just needs a little 2-minute run, put this game out of hand. We can get to all the festivities, the trophy presentation, all that. Let's just do it. Yes, appreciate all of you who are tuning in. Sticking it out with me as I've been a little bit under the weather, but I still think it's been a great stream, and we're still have some more time to go. There's less than 7 minutes left. Denver has checkmated Miami several times. I do agree. Now, time to go for. Oh, you already said checkmated. Oh, you took my line. Oh. Now they want to talk about Butler struggling. Okay. Oh, now we're talking about a tweaked ankle. So young Kobe, you can see they've got the excuses. You made good commentary. Thanks. Appreciate that, Tiramisu. I try. I'm a passionate sports fan. Try to bring that to you guys. Feels like Jimmy's been coasting all series. You got Jokic out of bounds. It feels like Jimmy's been coasting all series. You got a back air talk. I definitely agree. He's talked a lot in these playoffs. Made some guarantees and all this. And I still say he hasn't been the best Heat player. I meant checked. No, you good. Adebayo wants somebody to get the ball away from him. They call a foul on KCP. Now it's time to take the queen. Yeah. That's all that's left. Put them out of their misery. Butler to Vincent. Tough shot. Okay, they didn't call the shot clock violation. So we got a kick ball. We got 81-76 as a 5-point lead. Tyler Hero's got the headband on. I'm assuming he's not coming into this game. So Murray gets to the Jokic. Oh, right idea. Gordon wasn't ready for it. So Butler into the lane, kicks it out again. Vincent for three. Nope. Gordon gets it. KCP has it. That was almost a dangerous. Oh God, Jokic. How is that not a foul on Martin? He just dove at Jokic's legs. I don't know. I mean, if I'm a Nuggets fan, I'm losing my mind right now. What Malone does is take the 12 quarter and break it down into 374 micro quarters. Well, that's smart. So much sloppiness, they must all be tired. Yes. See, those threes need to go down. Yep. Adebayo has it, looking hand up to Lowry. Gets it Adebayo, out to Butler. Long on the three. Another foul on Lowry. If Lowry's underneath the hoop, he's going to hack somebody. Another missed three. Yep. Those need to drop. Jokic, runner, knocks it in. Jokic doing work in the middle. He's kind of living in the Adebayo office. Martin out to Butler. Oh, he knocks in the three, guys. Jimmy buckets. So we got 83-79. 4:20 to go. 5.5 minutes without a bucket. Like, this game has been crazy. Murray. Caldwell Pope was going to keep shooting him until he made one. What did I say before the end of the first half? Retracted. You can see my prediction. 4:20. I've been shouting you out all night. You have been right. No, so now the Butler people will be like, look, he tried in the end here. Murray out to Porter. Lowry back the other way. Out to Butler. Oh, I got to see a replay on this three. I got to see it. Let's see this. He should be getting annihilated. He kicked Aaron Gordon. No. That's overturned. That's a foul on Butler. Yeah. Don't kick me below the belt. Yeah, Jory. Jimmy's gonna get annihilated if they lose. I said a little bit earlier. We saw them go after AD, go after Tatum, and they played much better than this. But now it's, Butler tweaked his ankle or whatever. Like, come on. He wants to be Himmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets, and all that. You have to show up. 420, here we go. Adam Silver wants those advertising dollars. Yeah. I'll find if it ends tonight. Start advertising the draft. You'll make money. You got one of the biggest stars in the draft this year in Wembanyama. They'll get plenty of advertising dollars. I don't need any more of this with flopping around. Eddie, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in. So 420 says, you know what needs to happen? What needs to happen, 420? Taking a long time to look at this. Seems pretty cut and dry to me. So now the next guy has to take a look at it because God forbid you could look at it at the same time. NBA needs to introduce the third round to the draft. Not mad at that. I think where that would be beneficial, have the G League be a legit minor league system. That way your third round, you're taking a lot of, projects, young guys, you throw them in the G League. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Some people might say, is there enough talent to have a third round? I feel like the third round is going to be a lot of reaches. Oh, wow. I saw a lot of vertical on Mr. Butler's jump shot. That is garbage. That's garbage. There's no way they don't overturn that. How they could sit there and that's anything to help Jimmy Butler. That is trash that they gave him that call. depending on how this game goes, everybody's gonna look back at that call. That awful. Yes, there's because there's so many second round talent that doesn't get drafted, and the undrafted free agents can just go to. Yeah, no, I agree. You kind of just using the third round to take flyers on a lot of guys. Yeah, they know they need ad revenues, so the closer the game is, shares hope for a new game. Now I need this to end. Porter, stop taking that step back jumper. Your guess is as good as mine, Tiramisu. Apparently, Jimmy Butler kicking his leg out was a natural shooting motion. I don't know how that works. 420 says, let's go Miami. So we got 87-86. Heat lead by 1, 2:30 to go. Murray get it to Jokic. Jokic has Martin on him. Quick move. They could do that. They could do that every time down the floor. Now Jimmy, I mean, he waited till 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, I guess. I still wouldn't give him credit for just going through the motions all this time. He didn't make that one. Aaron Gordon mistimed his jump. Butler. .420. I kind of assumed you said that you were from Chicago, so I assumed you were a Bulls fan. Love it. Close games. I stayed at the gym where I was watching this from the bike, but nope, I needed to catch it with the gang and chop it. I appreciate you stopping by, Eddie. We're having a great time here. So yeah, we're going to have a great 2 minutes here. All right, so Jokic has Lowry. I mean, thank you. All right, shut up. Let's see. I want to watch Jimmy turn into the Incredible Hulk. I mean, Miami would love for that to happen. Eddie calls welcome. Appreciate that. So they are packing the champagne in the boxes to be sent to Miami. Murray short. Great rebound by Brown and a putback. What a finish here. What a finish. All right, so we got 1:20 to go. Butler's got the ball. Let's see what he does here. Strus. Nope. Gordon with the rebound. Strus with the kickball out of bounds. All right, so Denver's going to inbound the ball. We got 1:11 to go. A bucket here by Denver could go a long way. Murray's got the ball. Kind of on 1 minute to go. Murray gets it to Jokic. Back to Murray. Okay. Jokic got 5 seconds. Got to do something. I mean, they are bodying Jokic on those drives to the rim. This is amazing. Gotta be intense. Beat Jimmy. buzzer beater Butler. Butler's got the ball. He's got Jamal Murray. Terrible turnover by Jimmy Butler. They fouled Murray. I believe they called the foul on Murray, not KCP. I thought he got rid of it and then Murray got fouled. That's a terrible turnover by Butler. Yeah, the foul was on KCP. What I say? Yeah. Well, not over yet. Like they got to make these free throws. That's been an adventure all night. Knocks in the first. Here comes Kevin Love. We got 24.7 to go. So either way, if they make it or miss it, it's going to be a one possession game. They could basically hold for the last shot. Only a 0.7 difference. Jimmy drives, kicks it out to, that's probably what they're going to run. Knocks it in. Look, was it pretty by Denver? No. But they have themselves a lead here. Last 24 seconds of the game. That's the position they want to be in. 420 says, instead of driving to the hole, he had to hit it from 18. So let's see what Spoelstra draws up here. I can't remember the foul situation. I'm assuming they're probably in the penalty, but would you think about fouling here if you're Denver? I'm one of those, I feel like that's a tricky situation. I feel like you can play defense. If they knock in a three, they knock in a three as long as you make it a difficult shot. Don't leave anybody wide open. So Eddie answers, if I'm the coach, I tell him to foul Butler at the three-point line, case number. If Butler's going up for three, that'd be the worst thing to do. This situation, if you're going to foul, you wait until the guy gets the ball with his back to his basket, because at that point he can't really put up a shot. Now my 1 point. Butler versus Murray 1-on-1. He drove. He should have pulled up and popped. Hi, I figured you were joking, Eddie. All right, so no fouls to give. Butler has it. Almost a turnover there. Butler for three. No. Tiramisu, thanks for streaming. Get well soon. Appreciate that. You should have seen me this morning. I was terrible. This is about as good as I've been all day. Hopefully by Thursday, when I have another watch long, or tomorrow when I do a couple of episodes, hopefully I'm a little bit better, but definitely appreciate that. Bruce Brown knocks in the free throw. All right. Brown knocks in the second one. This defense needs to step up. Hey, you got 14 seconds, a 5-point lead. Let him shoot whatever. Jimmy straight up choked. He bricked the three, had a big turnover. You want to call that choking? I'm not going to disagree. So yeah, Denver, just don't do anything stupid here. Jimmy relies on himself to be the Jordan and couldn't get the calls. I mean, somebody needs to tell him. Not that guy. You're not that dude, my guy. If I'm a Heat fan, I would be frustrated by Butler's performance tonight. I got an analogy for you guys. Go ahead and let it fly, 420. It ain't over till Butler's press conference, eh? That's true. That is very true. So if they put that champagne in boxes, go ahead and crack it open and get ready. Miami needs a quick shot here. Lowry looking. Lowry. Nope. That is game over. Good night, Miami. The Denver Nuggets have just won the NBA title. I mean, I'm happy for Jokic. You know, he's a great player. The one thing that was missing, deep playoff runs. Not only does he have a deep playoff run, he gets a title out of it. The 2023 Heat, 1989 Bulls, 2023 Nuggets. Okay. 2023 Heat equals 89 Bulls. Okay. Nuggets 89 Pistons. Was an 89 when? No. I'm about to say when Detroit walked out early. That wouldn't work in this analogy. Oh, that's an interesting analogy. So as I said before the game, you've had all game to think about this. Do you get the? Yeah, I know the 89 Bulls and Pistons. Those Pistons teams are just physically better than those Bulls teams, and then Jordan finally got over the hump, and then rest was history. No better feeling, Mile High. I mean, they are gonna party all week. Good reference, but Heat don't. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think Miami could bank on the playoffs breaking the way it did this year for them next year. They have to make upgrades to the roster. They probably need to take the regular season more seriously. Being a playing team, I mean, it's the last time we see Udonis Haslem. It's been real. Yes, Eddie says. Gotta feel a bit for the Heat. They struggle and stayed alive. Some guys on the team, yes. But this Jimmy Butler performance, nah. I thought it was lackluster by Jimmy Butler tonight. I get he had the late threes, but early in the game, he had plenty of mismatches and constantly passed out of them. Like, this is a game you needed. Butler should have went out there looking to score 40. Sweaty Boy with the icing on the cake. Well done, Sweaty Boy. 420. That's true. Butler and the Heat aren't going to break through the same way Jordan and the Bulls will. Yeah. So, yeah. Looking at the second half, Denver with 50 points, Miami 38. That falls on Butler. I wonder what wild story we're to hear about Jokic after winning the title. Because remember, Giannis went to like Chick-fil-A and ate like crazy amount of hamburgers. Is Jokic going to have a story kind of like that? But yes, if you're just tuning in, the Denver Nuggets have won the NBA title. First title for their franchise. Obviously, first title for Jokic, Murray, Gordon, guys like that. KCP, I believe this is his... Is this his third? Or second or third? I don't know. Jokic gonna party like crazy. So we'll stick around and see who's going to be the MVP. Obviously, it's going to be Jokic. Let's see. The dominance of Denver defense is Butler compared to Detroit defense with Jordan is equivalent. Yes and no. Because like I said, Detroit kind of put bodies on Jordan, knocked him to the ground. Butler had plenty of opportunities to face up against a smaller guy, didn't do it. If Jordan had looks like that back against Detroit, he would have ate them up, but they would never have given him that. Hey, one of you was close with the Jokic numbers, 28, 16, and 4. I had 28, 13, and 14. The assists were way down. A lot of that was sloppy play. A lot of that was probably ill-advised shots. So we are into the post game. No, despite the well wishes for me to get better, I'm gonna hang on a few more minutes. I want to see who they give MVP to. Like I said, it's clearly gonna be Jokic. You never know. 420. I had 27, 17, and 12, I think. Get something close to that. Yes. We can review and check. Tiramisu, good night, guys. Sleep well. Have a good rest of your weeks. Hey, Tiramisu, have a great night as well. Like I said, now that the series is over, Thursday night, if I am feeling better, we'll be doing USA Mexico Nations League watch along. So any of you soccer fans, or if any of you know any soccer fans, send them over to the channel. It'll be my first soccer watch along. I think we'll have a lot of fun with it. But yes, have a great night, Tiramisu. So for you guys in the chat, what is your lasting thought for this finals? How will you define this finals in 5 years? That's my question for you all in the chat. I think for me, it's like, look, if you didn't respect Jokic for the back-to-back MVPs, you got to give him respect now. He's an NBA champion. That means something. Denver seemed most unselfish. At times. There were times where Porter Jr. forced some shots. Gordon forced some shots. But for the most part, yes, they had great ball movement. I agree with that. Jimmy didn't show up. This one's on him. I definitely agree. I will be waiting to see tomorrow what the debate shows who brings that up. Because the broadcast gave him a pass all night. Just because he hit a couple of threes late in the game, that does not make up for the first 3 quarters where he did nothing. And I'm sorry, if you're going to be Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler, you got to do better than that. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on Kobe. He didn't show up. All right, so 420 says, in 5 years, I'll look back at this year as the year that Jokic became better than Olajuwon and the best player in Europe. Whoa. I mean, I'm one of the best. I'm one of the biggest Olajuwon fans. I think Olajuwon is one of those guys who's wildly underrated by a lot of guys, but I mean, I'm not mad if you put Jokic in that conversation of talented big men. I mean, Olajuwon did go back-to-back. So Eddie says, I will be at the watch long against our rivals of CONCACAF. Yes, I'm excited for that. U.S., Mexico. Got a nice young group of USA players. I want to see how they do in a semifinal against Mexico. So yeah, Eddie, make sure you're here for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. My first soccer watch along. Soccer is my first love in sports, so I want to do a lot more. All right, here we go. Trophy presentation. This was the year that Jokic officially broke the Sabonis barrier. Okay. And Nowitzki. "47 years the Nuggets fans have been waiting. Not quite 86 like the Red Sox, but 47 is a good amount of time. I do have to look up now who is on the clock for longest championship drought. Now that Denver's, like I said, wiped out the 47 years. Eddie says, what contrast to an empty Boston Garden, LOL. I mean, not sure why Cronky's like talking in Lisa Salter's ear. All he has to do is talking to the microphone. I'm pretty sure she can hear you if you're talking to the microphone. She's wearing an earpiece. Ask the chat. Poll. A. Jokic or B. Nowitzki? I mean, uh, Nowitzki gets a lot of credit for that one title he won. I think Jokic is more of a threat offensively than Nowitzki is, but Nowitzki was a great player. I'd probably have Jokic ahead of Nowitzki right now. Jimmy scored 25 points a game, but that does not account for the passes and missed shots down the stretch. The score seems like Jimmy did enough, but young Kobe, thank you. Because Butler got to that level where people just looked at the final box score, was like, oh, he scored 20 something. He had a great game. No. If you watch the game, this was not a great game from Jimmy Butler. Now, maybe the outcome of them losing, maybe that's clouding my judgment or whatever, but for a lot of this game, Jimmy Butler was a non-factor. And I'm sorry, you're facing elimination, you can't have that. Mike Malone, second coach to win first title with team in 8th season or later, joining Pat Riley. Ironic. Pat Riley is now in the front office for the Miami Heat. Where do you put Mike Malone as terms of coaches in the game today? See, Mike Malone understands. Just talking to the microphone. Like Crocky was in Lisa's like personal space. He was like right there. All right, here we go. Finals MVP. Spoiler: it's gonna be Jokic. Yes, it's Jokic. Like I said, obviously. So young Kobe says, I'm hoping Miami can be here next year, but this might be the end of Jimmy Butler championship saga. Unfortunately, yes. I guess unless he goes somewhere else, maybe. I think Jokic will be better than Dirk 20 years down the road. Yeah, I can agree with that. like I said, Jokic can beat you multiple ways. So yeah, for those of you in the chat, I mean, yes, I'm here for the post game. If you want to hear more about this, make sure you join me on Big Three tomorrow on Sports Empire Network. Also have a morning show at 9 o'clock. They'll definitely talk about this game as well, so you can tune in for that. Big Three is tomorrow night at 7. So if you want more, definitely get more there. All right, this is the big ESPN First Take debate. What is your top 10? All time or in the game today? Yeah, top 5 might be a little better. It's all time top 5. I'll do top 5 all time. So for me, I'm always one of those who I usually kind of keep it to guys I watched or saw a film on or whatever. So for me, I always go Jordan 1. Starting 5. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So my point guard would be. What's this good? Point guard. Might go Magic at the 1. I got Jordan at the 2. I would put, and I'll give you a 6-man. Appreciate that. So Magic at the 1, Jordan at the 2. This is tough. I'd probably go. It's LeBron at the 3. Duncan at the 4. Shaq at the 5. My 6th man would be Larry Bird. Would be my 6th man. As wild as that sounds, uh, 420 would be your starting 5. So just thinking about it quickly right here. Magic, Jordan in the backcourt, LeBron, Duncan, Shaq in the front court. And Larry Bird is my 6th man, which he would be handing out buckets against other teams' benches. Okay, so top 5 of all time now. All right, so I gave my starting 5. So top 5 all time, I'll go Jordan. This is always tough. Jordan. I'll go LeBron. I'll go Tim Duncan. 4, I would say. There's so many players running through my head. 4. I would say. Oh man. Shaq. 5. Kobe. Yeah. I think that was 5. I don't know. Early NBA Finals prediction. All right, young Kobe, you can put me in a spot. All right, so next year I could see. Um. hmm. All right, so I'll come back to you, young Kobe. Magic running the point, Jordan and Kobe. Okay. Kareem down low. Okay. So who would be your four? So early finals. Jeez. Can I see Denver making another run? Maybe. That's a good one. Early finals. I mean, the homer in me wants to be like Celtics, Nuggets, which is actually my prediction this year. I just think it's so tough to go back to back in today's NBA. So Forte says I want to say LeBron because he could defend multiple positions. Yeah, I mean, if you played LeBron at the four, yeah, you can get away with that. So I'll say Celtics Nuggets next year. I'll say the biggest, I guess, the team that's most likely to stand in their way. I think for the Celtics, I could see Milwaukee bouncing back next year. I think in the West, Denver is going to have to get through. Hmm, I don't even know in the West. The West is so wide open. I want to say Memphis, but I mean, Morant's going to miss a bunch of games, so I don't see that. Phoenix, I kind of don't want to, buy into the hype with Phoenix necessarily. I mean, the Lakers will be another year older. I must be honest. Lakers looked frightening, and so I wanted the Celtics Lakers all Magic Celtics of old. Yeah. So you got Magic, Jordan, Kareem, LeBron, Kobe. Not a bad starting five. You'd win a lot of games with that group. So yeah, the homer. I'm gonna repeat my prediction from this year. Go Celtics Nuggets. We'll stick with that. So we are a little bit over the 3 hour mark. Like I said, I feel like I'm my percentage. I started this stream at like 85% being a little under the weather. I feel like I'm down to like 80. So I'm gonna hang out for a few more minutes. But let's go ahead and keep going with the chat. Giannis is gonna lose the holiday Middleton love. Yeah, I don't think that's not necessarily a bad thing for Milwaukee though. Middleton just hasn't been the same since the injuries. Holiday is a really good third option, but I feel like this year he had to be the number two, and that's where Milwaukee really struggled. But now we're on to the path of the draft, which will be the 22nd. What's that? 10 days away. So young Kobe says, I got Miami, Kings, and Bucks. I don't see Miami getting back to this point next year. I mean, stranger things have happened. And we'll see. Hey, hopefully a year from now, we are back in this position and you guys are here in the chat and we can talk about that. What's the deal with Harden, Jaylen Brown contracts? Can we really predict them? That's kind of the toughest part. I think Harden's probably going to leave Philly. I think Philly kind of wants him to go. I still think Boston's going to hold on to Jaylen Brown. I just have a feeling. If they move him, fine, but I think they keep him. Sixers have to prove it to me. I'm not jumping onto that train. I've seen plenty of years where, people are talking about the Sixers and they just flame out in the second round. So I'm not doing it. I mean, Jokic got his title. Pressure is now on Embiid. But yeah, have to feel great for Jamal Murray coming back from that knee injury. And Jokic, just the creativity and everything. Like, how could you not like this Denver team? 420 says, how can we pick Eastern Conference season when we don't know who their players exactly? I mean, I do know I will have predictions at the start of next season, so all of you can be right back here. By then, I'll have a really good prediction. Who's standing in the Heat's way next year? Probably the Heat. I mean, it'll depend on what moves Miami makes, I think. Eddie says, Celtics Philly rivalry really speaks volumes, and when I saw Tatum versus their big guy, I felt he's growing and growing. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think Tatum got a lot of slander for Game 7 and everything, but he's a young, great player. How about this? What do you think about OKC with the Gonzaga guys' recovery? I love OKC. I'm a big fan of OKC. If Holmgren gets through the year healthy, I could see them in a Western Conference Finals, to be honest with you. I'd have to see it from Holmgren, Giddy, Shea. Like, they have a good foundation. Yeah, I love OKC's future. Houston has hella young guys, Green Porter Jr., Sengun. Yeah. Although, all these reports about, like, Kyrie going there, Houston, don't do it. Don't do it, Houston. Do not do it. I think Mark Jackson just said he got his. Kyrie is poison. Unfortunately, yes. I got a question. Hey, 420, throw it out there. Young Kobe says, "What's up with the NBA always having the most oddly specific records?" I mean, that's just the day and age of analytics. There's like a record for everything. Charlotte's always fun, where my sister and nephew live. Charlotte, the city, yes. The team, kind of a dumpster fire right now. I think Charlotte needs to consolidate their players. Okay, 12 players. You got to pick a 12-man roster USA Olympic team for 2024. Who do you choose? Oh, jeez. Um, hmm. So, Olympic team, I usually like to go with young guys. So I'd probably say Tatum, Murray. Oh my God, this is like, this is a lot right now. Let's see. Tatum, Murray. I'm trying to think like young big men that could play for America. Kyrie so distracting, yes. LeBron, no. LeBron, I don't need to see LeBron with USA basketball. No. It's the Miami victory lap part of the broadcast. First fight average 15 with Blue and Red Sox. So 15 Tatum, Murray. Jeez. Yeah, I agree. Tatum and Jamal Murray. Butler. I don't even know. Well, would Butler want to do it? Isn't Butler like 36? 6 or something. Butler might want to rehab this offseason. I've always been one to like lean on younger players for Olympics. You're the head of the committee. Okay. Um, this is a lot. Tatum, Murray. I'm trying to think of teams. Tatum, Murray, Booker. Jimmy Butler's 30. Why do I keep wanting to add years to Jimmy Butler? Wow, Jimmy Butler's 33. Okay. Pick a 12-year the boss. I know. It's just right now trying to think of all the players. So I said Tatum, Murray, Booker. You know what's crazy? I said like LeBron might be too old. I'd actually probably throw Steph Curry in there. That's 4. Thinking of big men that are American is like tough right now for some reason. I feel like all the big men are like international. Yes, this Butler's 33. Yeah, throw him on there. So Booker, Butler, Tatum, Curry. That's the 4 I have. I got to think of 8 more. I could reward Jalen Brunson. Donovan Mitchell. I mean, that's 6. No. I'll take Evan Mobley as a big man. Yeah, I'd throw Brunson on there. That's 7. Um, let's see. Bradley Beal. Eddie says, I was surprised possibly let Josie Altidore back. Josie Altidore's been fine for New England Revolution. So I have 8. Um, maybe Mobley as a big man. Oh, no. De'Aaron Fox. Like I said, if I had time to think about this, I'd probably come with a better list. This is just me thinking off the top of my head. John Morant, if he wants to fix his image. I feel like this team is really small. Oh my god. I got 10. I think I need 2 more big men. So we got Mobley. You could go Jared Allen. I think I'm missing like obvious people. I mean, for the last spot, like if a guy like KD or LeBron wanted to do it, I'd say the last spot for one of them. I was just thinking of American big men. Allen and Mobley were the only ones I could think of off the top of my head. Hey man, I'm under the weather. Look, that's what I came up with. But the last spot, KD or LeBron, one of them wants it, they got it. Because if you have the team too young, some of these international teams will kind of destroy them. At least LeBron could give them you know, veteran leadership. How old is Miami's injured 3 point? I'm assuming you're talking about 3 point shooter. Or are you talking about Tyler Hero? I was saying, yeah, you bring Jared Allen off the bench, especially with like Olympic rules where you can hit the ball off the rim. I think Jared Allen would be great with that. Tyler Hero, I'm assuming you're asking, is still pretty young. Tyler Hero needs to be a big part of the um, Heat team next year. 420 says, I agree. And he says, yep, Hero. Yeah, Hero's a young guy. 420 said, I might put Trey on the team. Yeah. I mean, if you put Trey, I guess you would take probably Brunson off. I kind of like Brunson's game more, but I see what you're saying. I think Trey internationally probably would be a better player. I just don't like when Trey gets like double teams. He finds himself on his heels, and that's where he kind of get in trouble because he's such a small guy. Like even though Brunson's a small guy, Brunson's a much tougher guy than Trey Young. So you know what? I'd probably say Brunson over Trey. But Trey would be honorable mention if one of the guards doesn't want to go. So Heat still improving next year. Butler looks like every bit the bulldog. He didn't look like that for 3.5 quarters tonight. I think, yeah, international play. Yeah, great guy off the bench. All right, so we're at the 3 hour and 20 minute mark. Let's go for 5 more minutes. Like I said, I probably need to get some rest. Try to completely beat this little illness I have. I mean, Eddie, I know you're in the chat. I just got an alert that Nicaragua was suspended from the Gold Cup for an ineligible player. So the U.S. team will now face Trinidad and Tobago. Behind the curtain, my parents are from Trinidad and Tobago, so those are games I definitely pay a lot of attention to. So yeah, Nations League, Gold Cup. I'm going to try to do watch-alongs for all of those games for the U.S. All right, this is a good question. It's from Young Kobe. Who are you keeping? Vincent, Love, Zeller, Strus. I think Vincent could be a really good backup point guard. Zeller, he can go. Love. I mean, Love's not going to cost a lot. I'd probably bring him back. Strus, I think you can upgrade over Strus, to be honest with you. So I'd keep Vincent 1, probably Love 2. Zeller and Strus can go. Yep, I heard. That's why I take Trey, because he can guard Aiden. I mean, anybody can guard Aiden right now because he plays 2 finesse. Eddie says, no kidding. Yeah. I mean, that's wild that they had an ineligible player. All right, a couple more minutes, and like I said, I probably need to go lay down. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit worse the little bit longer we go. But definitely want to thank all of you. This has been a great stream. Like I said, a couple more minutes. Let's end it on a good note. For such a small country, they are every bit the threat. Like my dad's country in baseball, Venezuela, and my mother's soccer nation of Peru. Okay. 420 asks, will you stream during the World Series? Oof. I might. I do want to do some like Red Sox games, so I might do some World Series games. NFL, yes. I did some NFL games last year. I'll definitely do that again this year. So yes, NFL season, I will definitely do watch-alongs. So Young Kobe says, I'm a sign out. It was fun stream with you. Appreciate you as well, Young Kobe. Have a great night. And hopefully I see you next watch-along. So yeah, all of you in the chat who have not subscribed or anything, please do so. Would really appreciate it. I mean, I just gave you 4 quarters under the weather. Go ahead and toss me a subscribe or follow. No, I'm kidding. Only if you want to. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm going to NFL indoor fantasy football love. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Maybe we'll do some, maybe like a fantasy football league with, subscribers and all that. That could definitely be something. 420, I turned on notifications and I felt you're a legend. Definitely appreciate that. Peace, vitamins and Gatorade, I'm out too. Thank you, Eddie. Yes, I'm definitely I got some vitamins right over there. I'm going to stay hydrated. I promise you I'm the guy you want to engage. Okay. Yes, we'll definitely talk 420. I'm also on YouTube. Yeah, so anybody who subscribes to me, I usually subscribe right back to you. So I'll definitely do that once I get off of here. Yeah, I that's what I do. I do subscribe for subscribe, follow for follow. Because if I can help you out, because you help me out, I'll definitely do that for you. So, but yeah, seems like a lot of you are heading out. I think at this point I probably need to go. So that's been it was an interesting NBA season. I mean, you'd probably have to say the best team probably won the title in Denver. A lot of people kind of counted them out, but they definitely play team basketball, and you have to appreciate that. In a league where we have a lot of ISO ball and one-on-one, Denver plays the game the right way. Yeah, 420. Feel free to drop it in the chat. Yeah, so we have no NBA until the draft, the 22nd. Then after that, let's see, NFL Week 1. We'll comment at the beginning of September. Okay. I mean, I can't wait for the NFL season. I want to see what the Patriots do this year. I think it might be a struggle because of their schedule, but I'm a diehard Patriots fan, so I ride with them through and through. But yeah, so like I said, happy for Jamal Murray, happy for Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, those guys. Great team. I believe it's the Chiefs versus somebody. Yeah, most likely. I think the Eagles could get back there. I think the Eagles will have a really good defense. But we'll see. If the Niners can solve their quarterback problems, they could be there. But I think the Eagles have a shot at getting back. So, yeah. So, like I said, Thursday, USA, Mexico. Make sure you tune in. If you haven't, so I guess for a lot of you Twitch, guys, whoever the one game is, you simulcast, and I'll have you back. I appreciate that, 420. So, what was I about to say? Thursday, USA, Mexico. Twitch, I want to do more of my episodes as live so I can bring more of that to you. But for right now, a lot of the episodes are over on YouTube because I do kind of record them. I'm going to try to do better with doing a lot more live episodes as well, because I do have a podcast, Chomping at the Bit. Make sure you check those episodes out. But really appreciate all of you. Like I said, definitely made my night. Hopefully I made your night as well. So with that, I will say be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your night. God bless. And I'll see you on the next Watch Along Thursday night, 10 o'clock, USA, Mexico. So be here. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Okay, peace. Yep. I'll see you, 420. And I'm out.